Apple Creator Studio. What is it? Who is it for? And do you need it? Well, I've been using it for about a week now, and I have plenty of thoughts. Hi, I'm MICHAELJOSH, your gadget matchmaker, and over the last decade, I've made it my job to show people around the world that tech can be easy, fun, and exciting. On this channel, I give you special access to the gadgets I review, the places I go, the things that bring me joy, and all the interesting people I get to meet along the way. So, if this is the content you want to see, give this channel a like and subscribe, and I'll help you find the right gadget to match your needs. This is my Apple Creator Studio review. Before we dive in, let's set the stage. Apple has a suite of productivity apps that includes Pages, Numbers, Keynote, and Freeform, which are basically Apple's answer to Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and OneNote. But while Microsoft charges $10 a month for Microsoft 365, Apple gives it away for free. Next, let's move on to Pro Apps, tools that creators like me use every day. Apple has a few and sells each app individually. There's Final Cut Pro, my video editing app of choice for as long as I can remember, is $300. Logic Pro, the industry standard for music production, is $200. And then Pixelmator Pro, recently acquired by Apple, is a $50 photo editing app. This standalone model is great. While it might cost a lot up front, once you own the apps, you will get updates for free for life, unless Apple decides to say otherwise, which is exactly what Adobe did. Back in 2013, they decided to stop selling individual licenses. Updates were also stopped, forcing users to switch to the subscription model, which we now call Adobe Creative Cloud. This service includes apps like Premiere, Illustrator, Photoshop, and Acrobat for $70 a month. Which brings us to today, the launch of Apple Creator Studio, a new $13 per month subscription bundle that includes all of its Pro apps. So that's Final Cut Pro, Logic Pro, and Pixelmator Pro for both the Mac and the iPad, plus Motion, Compressor, and Main Stage. You also get enhanced versions of Pages, Numbers, Keynote, and Freeform. More on what enhanced means a little bit later. In the grand scheme of things, $13 is peanuts compared to what Microsoft charges for Microsoft 365 and Adobe charges for Creative Cloud. But it still leaves us with some questions, which I hope to be able to answer in this video. First, is Apple switching to a subscription-only model like Adobe did? Apple will continue to sell its Pro apps individually, and whether you already own these apps or decide to purchase them moving forward, you will continue to get free updates. Apple productivity apps will also continue to be offered for free for Mac, iPad, and iOS. In fact, the one-time purchase version and the Creator Studio version will both coexist on the App Store, differentiated only by the icons. And fun fact, they will also coexist in your applications folder. Second, is it cheaper to subscribe versus buy the apps? Well, it all depends on whether you need all of those Pro apps, but let's say you do. Let's do some math. All the Pro apps will cost you $680. At $13 a month, it will take you 4¼ years to spend that amount. Of course, if you don't need all the apps, then that figure changes. It's worth pointing out that students and educators only pay $3 a month. And for the regular version, meaning you're not getting an educational discount, you can share your subscription with 5 other members of your family. One thing I like about the subscription model is that it lowers the barrier to entry. So say you wanted to learn Final Cut Pro over your summer break, you could just subscribe for a few months and then cancel after. Apple says you can cancel anytime. Which brings us to question number 3. What happens to my files if my subscription lapses? Apple promises you get to keep all your files, open them, share them even. If you created them on a Pro app, you will need an active subscription to edit them. If you created them on a productivity app, you can edit all you want, and you can collaborate with all your friends regardless of what version of the app they use. I'm getting ahead of myself here, but one exclusive to Creator Studio is a tool called Content Hub, and anything that you generated with it remain licensed to you in the context of that original document, even after your subscription expires. Number 4, what about the iPad versions of Final Cut Pro and Logic Pro? The $5 subscription per app per month remains the same, or it becomes free as part of that Creator Studio subscription. On top of that, Apple is also launching an iPad version of Pixelmator Pro exclusive to subscribers of Creator Studio. Finally, the most important question, what exclusives do you get on Creator Studio? Let me start by saying that alongside the launch of Creator Studio, Apple is actually updating all of its pro apps and productivity apps. And the good news is all of that will be available as a free software update today. Part of me wants to dive into these new features, but because they're also coming to the one-time payment apps, I figured I'd focus on the exclusives only in this video to help you decide if you should make that switch or if you should subscribe. First, of course, you get all the pro apps, no need to buy them separately. In Final Cut Pro, you get exclusive premium content, and you can easily find them by looking for the purple dots. Notice here, Titles and Generators has a purple dot. If you click on it and then expand, all these dynamic titles are new, as well as these generators. Everything with a purple dot or a purple outline is Apple's way of highlighting what is exclusive to Creator Studio. Pixelmator Pro sports a new exclusive look featuring that new Apple liquid glass design with translucent menus and elements. The iPad app is also new and exclusive to Creator Studio subscribers. Designed for touch, this lets you use your Apple Pencil to paint, giving you much more control. You also can easily switch a project between your Mac and your iPad to leverage the tools on both. And then there's a new feature called the Warp tool, which lets you twist and bend layers, which is great when you're doing mockups. Keynote, Pages, and Numbers all get premium templates. Similar to Final Cut Pro, the exclusive features are highlighted here in purple. Under Templates, they're under a tab called Premium. And when you click, here are all the exclusive templates for Pages. Here are the premium templates for Numbers, and here are the premium templates for Keynote. Also exclusive to Creator Studio is a tool called the Content Hub. It's this icon right here, and as you can see, it's also purple. It's like a clip gallery with royalty-free photos, graphics, and backgrounds, which you can use on all your projects. If you want something more specific, you can click on this icon to generate a custom image using AI. This is done in partnership with OpenAI, and it's worth noting that there is a limit to the amount of images you can generate per month. Let's make one now, shall we? Okay, so Chinese New Year is coming up, and it's the year of the horse, so I want to make a little invite to a party I'm hosting. Okay, there it is, a little happy horse. And now all we have to do is insert it into our little invite. So cute. Also built in are other AI-powered tools, also exclusive to Creator Studio. Say you want to import a low-res image and you want to use it in your keynote presentation, just click on the image, and from Inspector, you'll see Super Resolution. Just click it and it will upscale your image. From here, there's also Auto Crop, which uses AI to suggest the best crops for your image. AI is also used to help you generate slides on Keynote with just your notes or outline as a starting point. It can generate a presentation from scratch or generate additional slides from an already existing presentation. AI can also be used to generate presenter notes, or it can clean up existing slides. Another question worth asking is, what if I'm already paying for a competing app? Should I switch? Adobe Photoshop has long been the industry standard for graphic design, but at $22.99 per month, it's pretty pricey. So I asked Chai, who is GadgetMatch's creative director, to switch for a week. She's used Photoshop professionally for more than 2 decades. Chai says the switch was easy as Pixelmator Pro felt intuitive and familiar. Because the interface felt modern and frictionless, she said it made Photoshop feel archaic. at times. I think this is the result of any app getting the Apple treatment. The new interface is very Apple-like with subtle animations and thoughtful things like an eyedropper tool next to every color picker. This one line sums it up, and I quote, "It feels like a mix of Photoshop, Pro Tools, and Canva, library of free templates and assets, and Apple UI intuitiveness and snappiness." She's also happy to report that she has since canceled her Adobe subscription and has moved to Apple Creator Studio. Now that we've answered all your questions, the last one that remains is, how do I get Apple Creator Studio? Well, the easiest way is to dive into the App Store on your Mac. If you type in Apple Creator Studio, you'll actually get this listing with links to download every individual app, or you could just download the apps that you want and need individually. The first time you launch these apps, you will then be prompted to subscribe. And good news, Apple is offering everyone a 1-month free trial. So, is Apple Creator Studio your gadget match? All things considered, this new subscription bundle has a lot going for it. I'd definitely consider it, especially if you have subscriptions to Microsoft 365 and Adobe Creative Cloud and don't really need those specific apps. The Apple alternatives are great, maybe even better. And like Chai, you can save a lot of money once you cancel. Speaking of Chai, if you're a Photoshop user, I highly recommend looking into Pixelmator Pro. Give it a try and see how you feel about it. And maybe you can save yourself some money that way also. If you already own the Pro apps and don't need the AI features built into Pages, Numbers, and Keynote, then you probably can skip Apple Creator Studio. I'm so thankful that the powerful new tools that are coming to Final Cut Pro are not Creator Studio exclusives. And those were all of your questions about Apple Creator Studio answered. If you have any more, leave them in the comments section below. Let me know, will you be subscribing? What are your thoughts on this new model? I'm also curious to hear your thoughts, so leave them down below. While you're at it, make sure you're subscribed to this YouTube channel and hit that bell icon so that you get notified as soon as we post new videos. Follow me on social media for all the behind-the-scenes fun, travel, and fashion, and for news and updates, make GadgetMatch.com your daily habit. Until the next video, I'm MICHAELJOSH. Thanks for dropping by.